Right, we're on. Just me and you, Vera. We're Facebook Live. I'd like to
Hi.
say hello to Facebook Live, Natalie.
Hi, Facebook Live.
Well, there's nobody out there, but our listeners on Statesvegas Radio, when we replay this show Friday and Monday night, they'll say hello.
Awesome.
Even though nobody's on Facebook Live yet, but they will be. I'd like to welcome our listeners on Statesvegas. DJ Julius Show. Did they teach you how to do that broadcasting?
Definitely.
They tell you to talk funny.
We were all noise radio on podcasting.
Well, I don't normally. My daughters tell me to do stuff for the radio that I sound different. I'm like, really? Because I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to sound funny or different. But I notice when I do say Statesvegas Radio, it comes out kind of radio-ish voice. Statesvegas Radio.
Try and put on a sexy radio voice.
You're listening to Statesvegas Radio. Got that growl. But my voice is naturally rough anyway. All right. We got a few people tuning in on Facebook Live. Welcome, folks.
Welcome.
Darren Bandy says good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's almost evening, Darren. He's probably been working hard today. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. It's Tuesday night, and that means the DJ Julius Show. Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m., we log on to Facebook Live and try to get some attention. We've had a lot of wonderful guests, and we have another wonderful guest tonight in the studio with me. I guess you guys can see her out there. Her stylish little hat. And she's always dressed so colorful. Miss Natalie Ramos. Did I say that right?
You said sexy, you know.
Natalie Ramos. And I know some of our, hey Paul, how you doing, bro? I know some of our listeners are going to be like, this girl ain't from around here.
No.
She's not from around these here parts. Tell us where you're from, Natalie.
Well, I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago.
Is it Tobago or Tobago?
Tobago.
You say Tobago, I say Tobago.
You said tomato, I said tomato. So
Tobago. So
yes.
It's Tobago.
Yes, it is.
My daughters, I was telling them, they having on them, telling them they were from Trinidad and Tobago. There I go already. And they were like, where's that at? I was like, it's an island, right?
Right, in the West Indies.
West Indies.
Something like Jamaica.
Right.
So our
Is it
culture.
bigger than Jamaica? Or
I think we're bigger somewhat. We have, I think, the third or fourth biggest carnival, which we just had in February, the beginning of March.
What's the population?
Around
about. I mean, there's not a million people.
Oh gosh, I think we are up there.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah, it's been growing a lot.
It's hard to believe there'd be. I
Oh
went to
my
Bahamas,
goodness.
and there's nobody there.
There's definitely
the cruise ship,
I think between Trinidad and Tobago, it probably will run up close to that, a million, yeah. Because it's two different countries.
Two different. Oh, okay.
Yeah, separated by water.
Oh, so it's two different islands.
Right.
Okay,
So you can
cool.
definitely take a plane or a boat to get to Tobago. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So which one did you live on?
Trinidad.
Trinidad.
So
Right.
I've been
Now,
native.
tell us somebody famous from Trinidad. There's
Well, right now, since the carnival just left, Marsha Montano, he is a famous soca singer in Trinidad and Tobago.
well now, but who's like a famous celebrity that was from Trinidad?
Nicki
Like,
Minaj.
Nicki. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is
That's-
from Trinidad.
that's right.
And also Cardi B.
Oh,
She has background in
I thought she was
Trinidad.
Dominican.
No, she's mixed, but her family is from Trinidad
Oh,
also.
cool.
Yeah.
Cardi B. Can you do the little? I think she picked that. I think she might have picked that up in Brooklyn, right?
The bird call.
She picked that up in Brooklyn. I'm sure.
Probably.
Not in Trinidad. So, if you guys haven't figured out watching us in Facebook land here, me and Natalie are two of a kind. We like to laugh and
Yes.
we like to have a good time. And Natalie is a laugher, and I tell stupid jokes. So
We make a good team.
we make a great team. But one thing I love about Natalie, I've met her a couple years ago at the flea market, actually, and she always smiles. Attitude, vicious. Don't tell my wife. But she's all those things and more. You're all those things and more, baby. She's listening, so yeah. But you're here for a reason, right? Now?
Right,
And
definitely.
that's your new book.
Yes,
She
I
has a book.
actually published a book.
Yeah, show us point
And
it towards that camera.
It's called The Rude Awakenings of Spoken Word Poetry's Quotes and Dreams.
Ooh.
And it is actually my first original book I've published on my own. So I've done other books in the past. I've done this one called Renovations, and this was a collaboration with the Troutman and Statesville Library. I've done this one, Lost, which I was able to name the title. And this is the last one we just did, but here on the corner, and that one is with Morrisville Library. So I'm in a few of them, but I am proud of this one, which was the first. This is the original cover, and then we did a revised version, which it ended up being this big.
All right, so let me get this right. Those other books you're featured in, right?
Yes, all of them.
They're a group of poetry.
Well, some of it
poetry.
is short stories.
Okay.
Renovation was actually a collaboration of different writers. We came together and everybody wrote a chapter.
Okay.
So in that one, we were writing about the old theater in Statesville. So it's always based on local places in Statesville and Iredell County. The second book, Lost, I was able to name the title, and that was about this little girl in Troutman.
Oh,
She
wow.
got lost on the fairground.
Oh, wow.
And I was the police chief Murdoch in that one. So that was awesome.
Oh, wow.
And then
That's a place to get lost in the fairgrounds. It could be scary for a young lady.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was really excited to write that. And then the other one that I just showed from Morrisville, we just had a competition with poetry, and I was able to enter it, and then they published the book with all the poets. So that one just came out on Amazon.
Cool.
So
Well,
awesome.
Well, first book. I mean, that's got to be exciting. I mean, I think to be in any book would be exciting, but to have your own 100% you book's got to be crazy. We got a fact checker in the audience.
Okay.
Google says that in 2011, the population 60,820. Tobago.
Oh
So
wow.
that's not that big.
That is
That's-
not that big.
yeah,
Thanks a lot, Google. I really overrated my country.
Well,
Wow.
well,
I guess we got to start making more babies.
but well, on a small island though, I mean, that's
Right.
60,000 people probably seems like a lot, and then you
Yeah.
got to add in all the tourists too, right?
Oh yeah,
Do they
definitely.
have a big tourist?
Well,
industry?
Tobago actually is the tourist part. So
okay.
a lot of people come and they go directly to Tobago because the beaches and the culture is a little different
Well,
from
that
Trinidad.
might explain the population.
Mhm.
That maybe they work.
Yeah, it has. Right now, my mom actually is in Tobago with my brother. So they took the boat and they went over there. But Trinidad, as I said, Trinidad brings a lot of people for the carnival. So that is something that draws a lot of attention to Trinidad. A lot of celebrities come over there for that.
All right, so you live in Troutman now.
Yes.
And y'all know accent. When did you move to the United States? I mean, were you raised here, or did you?
I actually moved here in 2000 to the Virgin Islands where my dad lives. And I've been traveling since. So I came from Connecticut to North Carolina.
So you started off with the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yes,
Did
I
you
came.
You weren't born there.
No.
You're not
I was
US.
born in Trinidad and
Right,
Tobago.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So I
Just making
came
sure
out.
about, the whole U.S. citizen thing. Or
Yeah, I came on. My dad, he filed for me and my brother, and we came to America in 2000, and we've been here ever since. So it's been 18 years.
So you're coming off the island. It's Connecticut first, right?
No, to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Oh,
and
well,
then
after that, where was your first?
my first will be Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. Oh,
And
wow.
then-
so,
Yeah.
so you come off the Virgin Islands and you land in Georgia. I mean, what's your thoughts? I mean, you're pretty young, right?
Yeah, I was.
What was your first thoughts of the continental U.S.? I mean, it's got to be a little culture shock, right?
It was pretty different. Definitely the food was different compared to what we grew up, because we grew up eating a lot of grown provisions that was planted. So the fast food was really different.
Yeah.
The music was different.
They don't have
because-
a KFC in Trinidad.
They actually has
I was going to say they probably
KFC.
do. They got KFC everywhere.
But it's different though. It's way spicy. The spicy is
really?
literally hot.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of the fast food
crunchy.
restaurants in other countries are, the menu's a little different.
Yeah, it is definitely different. The Chinese food is way different also.
Really?
Yeah. So
Well, I worked at a Chinese restaurant when I was a teenager, and
mm,
the people that worked in the Chinese restaurant never ate.
no,
They
I
always
think
ate. they always ate afterwards, and it was always this big bowl of something that looked
Dumplings or
looked kind of
something.
scary, a lot of white rice, definitely, but there was always this big bowl of something. And you're like, what is in that bowl? But it wasn't anything that
That was on the menu.
that
I
was on
know
the
it.
menu. So I was like, oh, okay.
I've noticed that.
So, was there any? How long were you in Georgia?
We stayed in Georgia for a while because of the job we did was construction, so it caused us to move a lot.
Right.
One thing I did notice when I came to America was the trees were naked. Trinidad, there's a lot of fruits on the trees.
No fruit, yeah. Well,
I
peach
kinda-
trees, Georgia. You didn't go by the peach groves and
Well, we have a lot of fruits that you guys
It's different
don't.
kinds of
Yeah,
fruits,
really,
yeah.
definitely different kind of fruits. I love the mangoes, and
right.
like where I raised, we had mango trees. You could just step outside and pick a mango.
Really?
So
Wow.
I miss that
I like
definitely.
mangoes.
So
Some of that other stuff I've seen.
Mhm.
Going so even around here, you can go into the grocery stores. That, yeah.
Right, there's a lot of strange. I see a few
Strange.
fruits that we have like guava, so you can
Right.
still get those at Walmart and pigtail,
Right.
and we do like fish soup. So I still can get some stuff that we use.
Fish soup.
Fish soup.
It's hard to say. Isn't it? Fish
It is.
soup.
So we get a
What
lot
kind
of
of
stuff.
fish do you?
I usually use the fish fillet because of the bone. My kids don't eat the bones,
Right.
so I kind of use the fish fillet to do the soup. So that
So your kids are United.
yeah,
Here,
they were
right,
born
right.
here. My oldest son, he was born in the Virgin Islands,
Oh, okay.
and my youngest one was born here in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. Carolina. What had they been back to the islands?
Oh
You
yeah,
go
they
every
travel.
year, or-
I used to go every year, but I haven't been back for a little while. The last time I did go back, I was able to visit Tobago for the first time, so
Oh,
that was
okay.
definitely an experience.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Oh
did you
yeah.
did you have a family reunion?
Yeah, we did. My cousin, he was getting married in Tobago, so we took a boat and we did a family reunion over there also. So that was exciting. Yeah.
Are big families the norm? Over
Oh
there?
yeah, definitely. Family, parties, food. That is a Trinidadian culture.
Carnival.
A lot of curry chicken.
Oh yeah,
That's
curry.
our main dish, yes.
Okay, curry.
And we make our own drinks also.
That's like the Indian. Like
The Indian, yeah.
Indians.
Mhm.
Oh really? So
Because we're mixed with a lot of Indians,
There's
so we have a lot of Indian
Indians settled
delicacies.
that island back in the day. Sometime.
Oh
at some
yeah,
point.
there's a
I don't know
lot.
the history of it, but we only have an hour, so we can't get too.
I
too
know,
far
I
in. And we're
know.
here to promote your book, right? So, and speaking of, why don't you? Natalie's going to do some spoken word for us tonight. She's gonna give us
Definitely.
some excerpts from her book. She's going to read a couple poems, a couple
Right.
quotes, whatever. I have no idea really. So unfortunately, I haven't gotten to read it.
I know.
But she brought me a copy.
I
signed,
did, I
autographed,
did.
and I look forward to going through it. But Natalie,
Well, one of these poems I want to read tonight. I sold this book to a few of my customers, and they were really excited with the first few poems. So I wanted to take one from them and read it. It's called Facts. So it goes like, "You ask me the color of my skin, and I nervously reply black. So why every time I walk down the streets, I feel like I'm under attack. They stare me down, shoot us to the ground, and walk away with a smirk. Come on, people, open up your eyes. Is that how the system works? Our new president has taken charge, saying Obama and his family was a joke. Is it because he was a black man of class and not a drug addict who did coke? It's amazing how we forgot how far our people have come. So why not give us the praise and hold our hands for the good things that we have done? Coming from a small island, I have worked hard to claim my place. I thought all men were equal when it came to building the human race. Now segregation has begun, and we are threatened to be shipped back to the countries where we were born, not the place where we strive to belong. What happened to the anthems? United we stand, divided we fall. I know you might not like my rhythms or even understand my rhymes, but you know what, America? This is where we stand. Some things can remain hidden, but honestly is what we black. Because all this Trini is trying to do is simply state the facts." Thank you.
wow, that's pretty deep. That's kind of
It
not what I
is.
expected, honestly. So you get a little political in there, a little controversial.
Yeah, what I try to do in my poems, I actually try to touch base on what's going on right now,
Right.
and not basically to hit any particular, politician, but definitely to hit things that we as citizens are concerned about. So I try to
Currently
address that
concerned.
currently,
Yeah.
and also there are lighter poems in here, so it's not basic.
You were like, man, that's heavy. No, I mean, I get it. I get it.
So I
And it's
mean,
your point of view. It's
right.
from your heart, from your brain.
And I know today, a lot of things are going on, and you want to definitely voice your opinion because that's what it definitely is. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but my thing with facts is just kind of opening your eyes to let you know that, you do have a voice and you should be able to speak it like me, in word format.
well, and you're speaking it from your mouth, and you wrote it down on paper. You didn't post it on Facebook. Like so many of us today do,
Right.
Keyboard bandits, that hide behind the screen, and they go, they like to state their opinions on social media, but they're, you get them in real life, and they won't chime in on anything really.
Right.
So nice that you put it out there.
And I think,
not afraid to say it.
Right. And I was going to say that I think it's hard sometimes to express yourself, as you say, in pen and paper. So it takes a lot of guts to be able to do that.
Well, and to read it too. And you just don't write. I mean, you actually perform.
Yeah, I
do spoken word.
I do a lot of spoken word. I've been performing and teaching poetry for over 2 years in the Troutman Library.
Okay.
So it's something I've been really passionate from a little girl.
Where is the Troutman Library?
In Troutman.
I mean, we're in Troutman. Is it at the first red light or the second red light? And I'm just joking. No, I know there was they were trying to build one.
Right. They did succeed. It's actually by Randy Barbecue. When you turn over by the fire station, it's going down in that side street,
that side street.
on the left-hand side.
Did they build a brand new building, or is it
well, I was hard. They kind of upgraded it, you can say.
Oh, okay.
So it's really nice.
But
it's
is
a
there
neat
still
place.
an ongoing building fund to build an actual?
No, I think it's
building?
completed in what they were trying to do with it.
Okay.
So it succeeded, and it's
okay.
pretty nice. It's you have a lot of activities for the kids in there to do. We do a lot of shows. I teach a lot of stuff in there also. Summer reading programs, they have that.
Oh wow.
And they used to do planting where you can come in and they do crops, tomatoes. And
With a community garden.
Yeah, community garden.
Well, there you go, Troutman residents.
And
there's a community garden in Troutman.
And they are linked to the Statesville. So what you can find in Troutman, you can also get in the Statesville Library. So they are connected. So it's just a small version of Statesville.
Do you do anything with the Statesville Library?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely affiliated with the Statesville. Actually, on June 23rd, rewind. April 23rd, which is Tuesday of spring break, I will be doing something with the teens with poetry. So I'm going to have some teens come in and they'll be able to write poetries. Okay. And I'm going to read some of the poems from my book. And we're going to have light refreshments and stuff. So
this is over spring break?
Yeah, over spring break. So that'll be from 6 o'clock to 8. So parents, if you want to come out and bring your teens for 2 hours of freedom, you can definitely drop them off.
that I'm going to be looking to do stuff with over the summer because I got to get them out of the house. And the library's actually been really good about doing that kind of stuff. And I wish more people would take advantage of it. I have to admit, a lot of times I forget about it. What can I do with these kids today? For some reason, it just doesn't hit me. But there are things to do in Statesville if you really look.
Oh yeah, and they're really good.
And parents need to get those kids out of the house.
Definitely.
I know it's hard. I get them ready and load them up in the car and take them somewhere. It's easier just to let them sit on their phones or their iPads.
I know, and we need them to be more active.
Yes, we do. And go down to the library and meet Miss Natalie. And have a good laugh. And,
I know, yeah.
And learn about poetry, which is
right.
Great.
And April is National Poetry Month.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be a really good opportunity for them to come out if they ever want to write and learn something about just expressing themselves poetically. Yeah. They can definitely come down Tuesday night.
Cool.
Yeah.
I definitely have to get my little teenagers in there. I actually have one of my daughters is an aspiring writer. So
Oh wow.
I don't know if she's ever done much poetry stuff. She definitely has a great imagination. She's done really well. Her writings that I've read.
Oh, wow.
This is a 13-year-old wrote this. So
You'd be amazed where their
it's
minds
pretty
are.
amazing what. Well, they have just access to so much more than
We
I
will.
did.
Mhm.
And probably you too, because I mean, just in
Yeah.
the last 10 years, they have. And
Technology
this
wise.
little box right here can show them. I mean, we just found out, what the population of Tobago was, and literally
That's
like
funny.
in like 5 seconds,
I know.
boom, there it was, 60 something thousand.
That
So.
is funny. Look, I learned something today.
well, there's good things
Mhm.
about it, but
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
but definitely, there's nothing like sitting down with a pen and paper.
Old school.
Yeah, old school. I was writing something the other day, and my handwriting's so terrible, and I thought, I can't remember the last time I wrote something.
Oh wow,
I
yeah.
mean, it's really, it's like I signed my name, but to actually write,
Something down. Yeah, it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
crazy. Everybody is shorthand
People are
now.
probably saying, "Well, don't you write for your show?" No, if you listen to the show, you can tell I didn't written anything. we wing it here on Statesvegas Radio.
Yes,
Which sometimes I get a little babbly, but I learned from my friend Brandon Crouch, who does the Appetite for Discussion show, which is coming on here in a few minutes after us. That guy's amazing. Nothing. I mean, and he comes up with these questions. I'm just like, because he has. For me, it's a little simpler with musicians,
Right.
For one thing, you can ask about the same questions to all of them. What's your favorite? This, what who inspired you? Blah blah blah. He has all kinds of different walks of life, so he does a really. That's why I'm aspiring to be like him. So that's why I wanted to get you in here. I said I got to get something different.
Right, definitely.
Which I think it's still similar because people say DJ Julius Show. What is? Why do you have a poet in there? But I mean, what are songs? Right.
Right. Most good songs come from
So
poetry.
especially hip hop and rap. I mean, that's,
Right.
and then pretty much every song really. I mean, it's rhyme.
And I do write songs, so
there's rhyming,
that's definitely I
yeah.
do write songs and short stories too. So that
to-
also add to the flavor of my work.
I'm gonna have to introduce you to our guys with the Academy. Did you see the show we did with the guys from the Academy? They put together beats and stuff.
Oh wow, yeah.
They're from Statesville.
Yeah,
Super
definitely, because that's what I've been writing songs too for years, and that's what I'm looking for right now is actually music to match up with it.
Do you sing? Or?
Yeah, I do sing. I've sung in the open mic at the jailhouse.
Oh, really?
And I've sung in Charlotte.
What
also.
did you sing?
I usually sing. I sang some of my original.
Oh, really?
And I've sung other people's songs also.
What name of song that you sang? You sing, do you sing Whitney? Do you sing Mariah? Or
Oh my goodness! I sang Luther Vandross. I've sung Dance with My Father.
Dance with My Father. Yeah,
I've also sang
that's a beautiful song. Yeah.
Some gospel songs. I've did some gospel and well, one of my original is For the Children. I love that one. That's an original one I wrote. So
for the children.
Yeah, it's actually for the children.
So, have you transferred any of them over to poetry? Is there anything that kind of was inspired?
I have one called El Sueño. It's like a poetry song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's like probably you want me to sing a little bit for you?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sure our listeners will love to hear it.
All right, let's give this a go.
Acapella.
Yeah, I do a lot. I don't really have music, so every song I sang has been
a
cappella.
My boy Corvus.
I need to. See, glad I came on.
Well, you like them on Facebook. They're the Academy Corvus, DJ Boone.
Okay.
They post a lot of their music on Facebook. And then he tagged me in it, so you can find a lot of it on my page.
Oh wow.
If something catches your ear, ask them if you.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sure they'll give you a good price.
Right, and that's all definitely.
Nah, I'm joking.
Maybe I can use you and get a discount.
Yeah, tell me you know me. They'll give it to you, I'm sure.
Well, this one is called El Sueño, which is Spanish, and it means the dream. So, I used to lay down by the stream. Yes, riding was my only dream. All my life it will deepen. The pen was my only true friend. But one day it came to me. Life was nothing that it seemed. Again, the tragedy will strike. I'm battling a constant fight. From being poor, I rose to wealth. It was the best feeling I felt. My kids, they look at me with pride. Oh, I can see it in their eyes. A classic moment I can feel. Oh, yes, my riding is so real. So don't you let your dreams be led astray again.
Oh, you go, girl. Dang, I didn't know you could do all that. So that was you. You wrote
Yeah, that
that.
was original. I
Wow,
wrote.
man.
It's like a poem song. Yeah.
And it's got the melody, though,
Mhm.
melody.
Yeah.
That's got to be the hardest part of writing a song to me.
The melody, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
my dad, he plays the steel pan, and
mhm.
so we grew up with music. I grew up singing in the church choir,
really?
and so it's
Steel
always
pan.
been.
I love that.
Yeah,
As soon as
so
you hear that, it just puts a smile on your face. You think of paradise when you hear the steel pan. Really.
right,
It's just that one of
definitely.
those that you just, you think of palm trees and coconuts. As soon as you hear it, you're like, yeah.
Well, he does. He plays on the
beats.
beaches and for hotels when the tourists
Right.
come in the
Oh,
Virgin Islands.
oh
So
yeah, I'm sure
yeah,
it's
he has his own CDs and stuff. So he does pretty
really.
good.
Yeah, there's probably not a lot of that. A lot of people around plays that, right?
No, no. He ordered the
probably-
pan from Trinidad and it came in the mail. And
yeah, they hand make those things.
yeah, they
I
really
think I saw
do.
a documentary one time. Something on.
Yeah, they got to tune it and everything like
Yeah,
that. So it
it's
takes a
pretty
lot of
wild.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's pretty neat what he does and stuff.
I mean, I'm always in awe of talented people because I have.
Oh, no, no, no.
I push buttons on.
You'll be amazed what talent you have once you
Yeah,
start
well,
dabbling with a little few things.
Yeah, well, I try.
You could probably write a book,
I
you
keep
know?
trying. Well, I don't give myself credit, but I'm DJing for 7 years, and people still call
Oh,
me.
wow.
People still call me to do it, so I
Right.
must be decent at that.
Right, you see?
It's a different kind of talent.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's probably the most consistent thing in my life.
Right.
I've had other businesses. I was telling somebody the other day that DJ things kind of allowed me to be a little bit more experimental with some of the other things I do. I'm blessed to be
Right.
because I like trying different stuff.
I mean, yeah, and that's me too. I just like
and
to
none
dabble.
of it I really never set out to do as a child. I want to own a flea market. I'm gonna own a bridal store. I'm gonna own a restaurant. I never
Right.
thought about doing any of that. I just kind of fell into that. My newest venture is a haunted house, if you can believe that. I'm
Oh, wow.
working on that thing. So I told the wife, I said, hey, one more thing I can add to the list.
Right, and that's
haunted house owner. It's not
definitely a bucket list.
well, it's different,
Right.
And unfortunately, it's not doesn't have the greatest retirement plan. But I felt like I lived my life to the fullest. And you seem like that type too.
I
You
am.
like
I
taking
am.
chances, an entrepreneur, and you've had some
Yeah, I have
some
owned my own
on
business,
your own
and
business. And,
also that's one of the reason why I did this book, because I think, like you said, life is meant to be lived, and I
Right.
want to leave some kind of legacy
well,
behind.
and you have it on paper,
Right,
and that's
definitely.
amazing. Yeah, I guess this YouTube channel with all these crazy videos I've done will be, they're there somewhere.
Right,
So that's one good thing about the video age and being able to do that. I mean, Facebook, even you can say so many bad things about it, but every morning I have memories pop up,
Right.
and some of them's video clips of my daughter and me at Disney World when
Oh,
she was
wow.
5,
Mm.
not that long ago. So it's amazing you have that archive
To look
right
back
there.
on,
I
right,
mean,
definitely.
I would love to see some videos of myself when I was a kid. How was it? You know what I
I
mean?
know, and we didn't have that back then,
So there are a lot of good things about it,
advantages,
and
right.
they're there always.
And that's a
Never-
crazy thing, because I'm working on my second book.
already.
Yeah, already. And it's all about quotes. And the funny thing, I look back, like you said, and I realized that I've been writing quotes since 2017 on Facebook. So this month, April, will be 2 years. I've been posting quotes on Facebook. So time does fly. And the fact that I did a quotes page, I can now go back to it
Yeah,
and,
reference it.
and
Yeah,
reference.
cut and
Yeah.
paste. Boom, boom, boom.
That's what I've been doing. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh my
crazy.
gosh, I didn't believe I wrote so much.
Yeah.
So, as I said, Facebook, you can use it as
Yeah.
an advantage to help you with whatever goals you're trying to
Well,
set.
I think it's like anything. There's
Mhm.
pluses and
Yeah, definitely.
in technology and there's bad about it.
Right.
So depends on how you.
That's true. That's true.
And some people abuse it.
That is so.
But you want to read us? What else you got?
Sure.
Read us another poem.
I am
Oh,
definitely.
before you
Go ahead.
while you're looking, tell us how we can get the book.
Oh, definitely. Well, the good thing about the book was, when I published it, in less than 2 weeks, it was available for purchase online. So you can definitely get it online on 4 of the major bookstores. We can have
Wow.
Lulu.com, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and Books A Million.
Okay.
So go
Not
ahead.
to cut you off, but being a businessman, I gotta know, how hard is it to put a book? How hard is it to get it where you're on Amazon? I mean,
Right. Well,
or-
actually, it takes 6 to 8 weeks
Really?
average for them to even look at it and publish it. But to my advantage, it happened in less than 2 weeks. So I did something good.
do they actually? Do you have to send them the hard copies from the publisher?
Well,
or
through Lulu, there is a link you can go on, and once
do
you
it for
fit
you?
the standards that they are looking for, then they push forward to see if they're going to publish it on their particular sites.
Right.
And it's going to be a fee where they take their share, and then you, as the publisher or the author, get your share.
So Amazon mails you a check.
Amazon, once it's sell on Amazon, whatever they take out for shipping, you get so like it's 80-20% or so forth.
That's not
But
bad.
the fact that it went on that fast was really amazing to me, because I
Right.
said it usually takes us 6 to 8 weeks. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's already up there. So that was a really advantage
Oh, that's
in less than 2 weeks for it to be on those.
I've talked to some
Popular.
recording artists that have their CDs and stuff on iTunes. Just ask them, "Do you have any?" And they're like, "I hadn't seen any." So I was
Right.
kind of always curious, is how
Well, Lulu,
how much they take. And how much
right,
you get.
Lulu is pretty good with that, because with Lulu is 80-20. So I've already seen money coming in, and I do the PayPal. So once the money come in from people who buy online, it goes straight to my PayPal account.
The 80-20, but that doesn't include 80%. You have to pay for the. Right?
No,
Or is that-
80% is print on demand. So
Oh,
only unless someone
Oh,
order
okay.
it,
Well,
then they print it. So that's an advantage
Well,
of
that's
doing it
great.
with Lulu.
You always
Yeah.
hear about the writers that had a book published and they have stacks of warehouses full of the book. I guess they
Right.
don't do it that way
No,
anymore.
but what I did with
But-
mine, I made 60 copies of hard copy, and
For
that's why I
yourself,
call it blessings in a bag.
Right.
And I deliver those to my friends and family.
Mhm.
So that's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks.
Right.
Like actually making a personal bag that looks something like this. And I come and hand deliver it signed, and I give you a free bookmark, a pen,
Mhm.
one of my business cards, and a thank you bag just for purchasing it. And that's $10 a
That's
bag.
cool.
So that's been
sweet.
awesome for me. And I didn't want, like you said, the books to pack up, to style up. So I
Right.
just did a few, and that's been going pretty good.
Yeah, and then you
And
can,
once that finish, I can always reorder.
now the
and-
ones that you reorder, do you have to pay? You still have to
Yeah,
pay the
those I have
20%?
to pay. No, those I actually get a discount as an
Because it's-
order,
'cause you're the-
and then I pay the shipping.
Oh, okay.
So the shipping cost, that's what kind of brings up the price, but the author fee for the book is not that expensive.
I always like to hear the business side of things. Being a businessman,
Oh yeah,
it's like,
definitely. It's always
you
a
gonna make some
catch.
money?
Yeah.
No, that's cool though, because I never knew that, and I think a lot of people
Yeah, there's always
listen.
there's always a
listen to
little
me.
catch with it, but as I said, you really benefit, because to actually do the first step, there's no money involved,
Right.
and I think that's what he wanted to do, and that's why I choose Lulu, because that was like the easiest way for me financially. So
Well, it's kind of like everything else, a good way to expose yourself without having to invest a
oh yeah,
a ton of money.
definitely, yeah. So that worked out pretty
But
good,
it puts a lot more, I guess, maybe more competition out there.
right? Yeah, because I had other
'Cause
people
it's easier for
called.
people to do. Same thing with like YouTube and stuff, or podcasts now. They've gotten so much easier to do. There's a million podcasts, which makes
Right.
it harder to get your attention.
Definitely, I know.
Yeah. I'm up hey, thanks you for subscribing to our YouTube page, by the way. I'm up to 37. Hey, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The YouTube channel is not something that we really set out to do on Statesvegas Radio. It just kind of happened. It evolved into that because of the Facebook Live. We figured, hey, we're getting most of our viewers. We're getting a lot more attention through Facebook Live than we are having people listen to the actual app.
Right.
Or download the app for that matter. I thought for sure that the app would be easier,
right?
That a lot of people would download it, but there's some confusion. People are like, "What do you mean? You got to listen to the radio station?" There's this. It's a little bit more complicated to explain to people than I thought it would be. But the doing the Facebook Live, somebody can hear us or tune in because they see me on here, and then they say, "Oh, they hear me talking about the app."
Right.
It's basically a commercial for the app.
Okay.
So that's why we do the Facebook.
Right, and the YouTube is good because you can always share the link.
Right, and you can share it, and some of the videos get views, not as many as they get on Facebook. I mean, we've had a couple of videos that have gotten 2,000 or 3,000 views on Facebook.
Oh wow!
I put them on YouTube, 30, 40. So it's a little bit harder, but it's a good way to archive them and put them all together in one place.
Right, definitely, and you can reference from it. So that's pretty good.
But the Facebook Live is definitely. In saying that, if you're listening out there, if you're listening to us on the radio, you probably know how to get the app. Actually, I told the story one time before. I had a lady email me from our website asking how to listen to the station.
Wow.
and the website actually has
the whole information.
Well, no, it's got the listen now button. You can listen to it from the website. You don't have to have that. So you can listen to it on your desktop at statesvegasradio.com, or if you got iPhone, you can go to the App Store and download the app for free. It's 100% free. It pops right up. Google Play for the Google version of it. It's the same version. You just hit the app and it comes up. So if you have headphones, Bluetooth headphones, you're at the gym, you open the app and it goes right to your phones.
Who don't love free?
Same thing in a car. Well, there's a lot of things that are free, but it's got to be good. And our music selection can be a little all over the place. I'd say it's for music. For people that love any. You never know what you're going to get.
Okay.
But we do have some great shows that we're working on. And
definitely.
And, Monday nights and Friday nights are good nights to tune in. Great new shows that we.
Okay.
And we appreciate you coming on and being a part of my show.
Definitely.
I'm like, who can I get? I need some interesting guests. And I appreciate you sending out to all the our Facebook page.
So hopefully we get a lot more listeners.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, how things to stay in time take a little longer for people to grind into their head, And every time I have a guest, the way I look at it, if I get a dozen new listeners or a dozen people that say, "Hey, it's worth it,"
Right, definitely.
And same thing for you, hopefully. Couple hundred people are going to watch this video, maybe 500, maybe 1,000. They build up generally.
Oh yeah.
And then somebody will contact you.
Oh, definitely.
Like what you do about working together
as a team, teamwork. Right, definitely.
Right. People got to do more of that, don't they?
They do. They do.
Got to help each other out. Stop hating. It's so funny because Fred's closed. I've got the flea market business for some of you Statesvegas radio listeners. I own a flea market. It's my day job, and then I'm a DJ, and then I have a radio station. One person spread a rumor. Fred's closed down, which is our neighbor market. That flea market was closing down too. I swear, like one person. And for months now, I've been answering that question. I heard you're closing down. It's amazing how bad news can spread. I mean, it's almost like they want it to be. Oh, we're closing down.
I know. It's sad.
It's sad, But then again, there's people that been here for 5 years. I didn't know you were there. I didn't know there was a flea market there. And you're like, until we were closed down, then you would have known it was closing down. So yeah, we gotta spread the love and be positive.
I know, especially in this small community.
I mean, everybody wants to, if it's something, I'm probably guilty of it too, but I prefer sharing good news.
Right.
everybody will share the crime happened, and
All the negativity.
yeah,
Right.
Well, it sells, I guess, because I mean, when you turn on the news and you don't, they usually have the one little happy fluff story somewhere towards in the middle or towards the end, but
Soon
they
as
start out with the who got shot
something
and
bad,
who got
right.
robbed. So
Mm,
it's just
that's
what it
sad.
is. You got any poems?
Yeah.
For cheer us up with a good
Okay, I'm gonna
poem,
do
a
one.
good positive poem.
You want the first time I got drunk?
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I can't imagine you drunk. Good Lord,
Well, I
yeah.
actually performed this with the Comedy Zone in Charlotte.
Oh, the comedy's
And I did not get drunk, but I had a good imagination.
awesome.
So
Okay.
the first time I got drunk, it was downtown at Club Blue. The tears were rolling down my cheeks, and I didn't know what to do. Because when I look at my feet, I only had one shoe. 4 of the tables were broken, and the folks stared right at me. But the only thing I remembered was crawling out on my knees. The bartender said I threw up all over the place. In my mind, I said, damn, all that good beer went to waste. My hands were both tattooed with men numbers from George to Joe. Where did they all come from? Shoot, how am I supposed to know? My eyes were red, my dress was torn, my black lipstick was already gone. My pretty bow was torn in half. I looked like something from the planet Mars. My bra was hanging from the roof. One guy shouted, "We got proof." I turned my head away with shame when an old lady said, "Miss, what's your name?" The music sounded extra loud. I no longer felt like part of the crowd. But what amazed me the most was a Chinese guy wearing my pantyhose. When I finally got home and woke next from the bed, there was a note beside me saying, "Great night from your neighbor Fred." And from then on, I promised my friends that I never ever would get drunk again.
Fred, I'm afraid to ask. I know a couple Freds. I have to ask them about that. So I have to ask this because I have a small affiliation with a Club Blue.
Wow.
Is it the same one?
I hope not. It had to be funny because it was a Comedy Zone. So when I got out of broadcasting school, that was actually my first intern job. So I was doing videos and we were doing comedy and we had to perform at this place and they were trying to get me on stage. And since they knew I wrote poetry, they was like, "Well, can you come up with something funny?" And that night I came up with the first time I got drunk and I performed it.
That's cute.
And they loved it.
Oh, Fred's joined us on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
No,
That's funny.
I'm joking. But Mr. Marcel.
Marcel, yes, that's my friend from Salisbury.
Oh, okay.
I believe I performed with him in Salisbury. We did some
That's
stuff
not
together.
Your boyfriend now.
I don't kiss and tell, but
okay. Well, I know you have a man, right? We're not allowed to talk about
I
it.
do have a fiance. His
Yeah,
name is Anthony Reed.
Oh, okay, Anthony.
And he has really been one of my biggest supporters with this book.
Okay.
And I kind of put his name on there because he was one of my inspiration along with my kids.
Okay.
So all those sleepless nights.
Well, Mr. Anthony's a lucky guy.
Yes, he is.
And say hello to Marcel.
Hey, Marcel.
Bless you.
He's another big inspiration. He's very creative himself, and we've worked together, working on different short movies and so forth. So, I mailed him a book. Thanks for my support buying my book. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I got you. So that's my boy. So I told him to log on tonight so he can see.
Well, thank you for joining us on Facebook Live and Radio Marcel. Download our app, Marcel.
Yes, please do.
Hopefully, I'm trying to talk Natalie into putting some island music on it. Maybe doing an island music show. I'd love that.
I would love to do that. We definitely have to get together.
We need to get together and put a little block of
soca and reggae,
yeah,
definitely.
Soca, reggae, put that together, and
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we will rock Statesville.
Well, you think there's a big audience for that?
Oh, we will get a good audience.
Statesvegas Radio isn't Statesville. I mean, it's our namesake. It's our hometown, of course, and a lot of our shows are based. But hey, music is international.
Yeah.
I honestly say we had Canadian listener.
Okay. Wow.
And we've had what is it? Emirates, United Emirates.
Oh wow.
We had a listener from
Oh
United
my
Emirates.
goodness.
Believe it or not, I actually can map who's logged on in different.
Okay, that's
Maybe
pretty
it was
neat.
an accident. I don't know, but maybe get some of your family to.
Oh yeah, they
subscribe.
will
Yes,
definitely
some
be shaking a tail feather.
Well, yeah. I'd love to see Trinidad pop up on my little map of
Oh
maybe have
yeah,
a couple listeners from Trinidad. That'd be kind
I
of
could
cool.
definitely do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as
We
I
had
said,
an Australian listener.
oh wow.
It's always exciting. I'm like, somebody's listening. They're from Australia.
Yeah, a lot of people from the Virgin Islands too
Yeah,
will be
Virgin
pretty
Islands.
neat.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be
my
cool.
dad and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I can let them know whenever we're doing that segment, and they will definitely tune in to hear
Oh, Miss Tammy, Bellamy
Tommy.
Williams.
Hi, Tommy.
No,
That's my girl.
why do you call her Tommy? It's Tammy.
Oh, that's a sexy version.
Oh, so
Tommy.
you call her Tammy. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute.
I think I put a sexiness on
I was like,
everybody's name.
I was like, I've been calling her Tammy for 10 years. I've known Tammy for a long time.
Oh, you.
I was like, did I get it wrong?
It's funny because
She's chiming in that she wants her.
Oh yes, I do have a signed copy for you.
So.
Tommy supported me when I did Smokey Joe's Cafe. I performed. That was my first musical. Yeah. Oh my
and
goodness.
You did a really good job with
that. That was a challenge.
I didn't make it, but I was somewhere doing something. I was getting a tattoo. Believe it? Yeah, there's actually this is a crazy story because I was getting a tattoo in a tattoo parlor above the Twisted Oak.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, and you guys were warming up in the hallway or something. Does that sound familiar? And we heard it, and I was like, what is that racket out there? And I realized, I think I saw it maybe on your Facebook post that you guys were performing at Smokey Joe's Cafe. And I was like, oh, they're doing that play.
That is so ironic.
Yeah, it's funny.
Wow,
I tell you, I got goofy ass stories. I don't know. Awesome. I don't even know where I come up with this stuff.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. That was a really nice. Actually,
well, it was a successful.
It was. I actually met Sharon Singler. She met me actually in the bathroom of Civic Center, and she said, "You look like someone with talent.
Really?
You need to audition." And I did, and I got the part.
Well, you have a definite. How to explain? Well, you could tell you're an artist. I mean, honestly, I mean, the first time I met you, I was like, this girl's got, she's got a little bit of star appeal, kind of. You're a different kind of person. You're not just the average. You can tell that. Side. Well, don't you? I mean,
I do get it. I'm laughing because I do get it a lot, and
people say
people actually approach me in the store and say, "You look like someone important."
Well, you look like somebody that would be in the public eye,
right?
Kind of in entertainment, something like average. Hey, that's good. That's what I like about you.
Good. It's
and
funny.
you're always smiling.
I'm always smiling. It's crazy. I'm always happy, even when I'm sad.
Really? Okay, I gotta get in my Oprah mode.
Okay.
Tell us what. No, don't.
Not being happy makes me sad.
Well, there you go.
But I think laughter is a great thing. You need it. I mean, there's so much stuff going on a day-to-day basis, and you have to uplift your own self. I mean, you can't wait for people to do that for you. Yeah. And I think that's why I write quotes, because it's funny because the quotes I write, people will inbox me and be like, "Are you okay?" Because as I said, they always see me uplifting or happy, and they will think it's basically about me, but it's not always about me. It's just reaching out to someone who needs it. And I'll be like, I'm fine. I'm just, writing from my heart. And basically that's where this book came from, my heart, because I stayed up all night with insomnia. That is a real thing. And I missed the bus that morning writing this book because I was so, excited, the adrenaline rush.
Oh, yeah.
And, but it was worth every sweat and tear because I think it wasn't about the money, it's the fact of seeing everybody, the blessings in a bag, I call it, because when I deliver it, the smiles on the reader's face is what brings the most joy to me. And, they were like, this is long awaiting because they know me for like the teaching, as I said, the poetry and just, being able to be so creative. So to finally see my work in writing, and the back cover, they love the fact my picture is on there. So,
Beautiful
it's
picture.
personal. And, so that was really something that I think that moved me the most in writing this book, is the fact that I can be able to share what I feel and, help others too with it.
It's always nice to be appreciated for what you
Oh,
do,
yeah.
and the show. I found myself in later in life having a harder time having fun.
Right.
Bars don't excite you that much.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I really get most of my joy from my children.
Oh, yeah,
The rest of
definitely.
the time, I'm kind of but I have to say one thing about this show that I've been doing. I've laughed a lot with it, and if anything, it's been good for that. I don't know if it's nervous energy or the fact that we're on Facebook and I know people are watching me. It's like because there's a camera staring at me right now. I'm trying not to come off as too big an idiot, but I tend to be just a little bit goofy,
Hmm.
and but I have fun uh, but like I was getting back to what I was saying, when people do support it,
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes you feel good.
It really
Even if
does.
it's oh, I enjoyed watching that show, even if it's just for a few minutes. A lot of times Facebook's like that, on and off on. Sometimes it takes me a while to get warmed up, and I'm wondering. I'm like, I tell people watch more of it because the first minute or so, a lot of people they tune in and
And
they
then
go
they
off.
call.
So I told them it got better. It got better. I promise. Go watch more of it. So that we try to keep them under about an hour because it's hard in this day and
To
time to
keep
keep
that
people's
attention,
attention.
right.
They're like, you can only put up with so much of me. Like, what's this guy waving his hands in front of me? But I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. We got
Okay,
another
definitely.
show going. I want
Definitely.
to. You want to do a one last one for us?
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end it up with
Something
because a lot
inspirational.
of people have been asking me, so I end up with some quotes.
Yeah, something
Yeah, definitely. So I
inspirational,
didn't get to
maybe.
cover that. So this is just for some people who've been asking me about, publishing, and I just want to let them know that, always be ready and alert for anything and anyone, because you're never aware of who you may come across to help you move forward to the next level. So respect your fan base, be it small or big. Don't get too comfortable with your surroundings. Always be prepared to pitch whatever you're selling, because at the end of the day, you only got one chance to make it or break it. So put your best foot forward at all times. Don't fall asleep on your dreams. Quit allowing others to procrastinate and distract your success. You alone know where you're trying to go. So look straight ahead, push forward, and only until you get there, then you stop to breathe and take in all its benefits. For now, just keep on trudging. And the last one, not everyone who smiles and pats you on the back wants to see you succeed. Because they haven't seen the struggle, they don't respect your grind. So make your circle small, surround yourself with people who have the same mindset and drive as you do, because only they will know what it means and why it's so important for you to accomplish your goals on a timely basis. So I had fun with you, Julius, and I look forward to working with you again. And I hope everyone goes out and buy a book.
Yes, Natalie Ramos. Thank you so much for coming in,
Thank
and we
you.
love you. You're just such a joy, and I know we're going to be friends for as long as you're around. I'm sure we haven't seen much each other lately, but you seem to pop in every now and then and remind me who you are. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on Facebook Live, radio.
Radio.
Yes, definitely go to check out Natalie's Facebook page, Natalie Ramos. Do you have one just for the book? Or do you
I have
just
the poetic experience, so that's a link also just for the book.
so they where they search for that?
Yeah, just click the poetic link and you can go on
Correct.
it,
Okay.
experience, and
Okay.
you can go and see the
Yeah,
book.
do that. Check that out
Hmm.
and get that book and look for her other books in
Yeah.
Statesville Library,
Yeah.
Troutman Library,
Hmm.
and she'll be performing at what was the date
We'll
again for
be
the
doing Poetry for the Teens, April 23rd. And June 1st, we'll be in the Morrisville Library doing International Day. So we'll be
yeah,
talking a little bit about
and
Trinidad.
and they generally put the library
Yeah.
papers
On their pages. Yeah.
on
It's
our
also
Facebook
on the
pages.
calendars right
Yeah,
now.
so
Yeah.
check that out and go meet Natalie. She's a joy. You'll love her. Your teenagers will love her.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sending
definitely.
mine over to to be entertained for a couple hours over spring break. Hey, if anything, it's cheap, right?
Oh, it's free. Everything's free.
Everything's free. Well, our taxpayers are paying for that library. We got to enjoy it, right?
Definitely.
Once again, thank you so much.
You're
Marietta.
welcome.
We love you.
Love you
And
too.
the best of luck with your.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook Live and radio.
Bye.